How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Patty, and I appreciate you stopping by today. And hmm, uh, like a weird breeze going through here. No idea what that's about. Anyways, hope you having a good day today. And maybe you're like me. Maybe you've been looking around trying to see if you can find you a game. Oh, Roblox, that'll do. No, no. Maybe you found your way over to the new tab. Okay, okay. Let's see what's on here. Da 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 da. Ooh, Archer. That's probably one of my favorite shows that's come out in the last 5 to 10 years. Definitely in my top five. Show's absolutely amazing, and what they started doing with the later seasons impressed me to no end. So this is a beloved IP to me. Yeah, I think we have a new contender for the worst mobile game I have seen this year. And we'll dig into that here in a second. It's basically what this whole video is going to be about. I don't have a catchy name for this series yet, but there are going to be more videos like this in the future, where we take a game and just dismantle it for being terribly bad. And I probably put about 20 to 30 hours over this last week playing this game because I needed to be sure that my initial summations were correct and that it is one of the worst mobile games to come out this year. And it's just all around could not be any more of a disappointment. So let's go ahead and, I think we've done enough setup now. Let's take a look at the game. You might be like, Patty, I mean, that's a great series. How could the game be so bad? Let's take a look at it real quick, and I'll give you a second and see if you can see anything wrong with this. Okay. This is the game. This isn't a mini game. This isn't, part of it. This is the whole game. Watch what I do right now, okay? We're going to take the mouse, click on the money. All right? We got to wait a second. You got to wait a second. You got to wait a second. And you click on the money again. Oh, okay. Oh, look, and we've got Krieger's weird little anime virtual girlfriend. Yeah, I didn't hear any sound though. Hold on, let me make sure I don't have that still muted. No. Hold on 1 second, or this joke isn't gonna work. Nope, that should be correct. Okay, so this isn't one of the things that I was gonna dog the game for, because I should have sound coming through right now, but I can see absolutely zero of that is happening. But this, in a nutshell, is the entire game. You just collect money. Now you might look at this and be like, oh, Patty, this almost looks like, what was the Fallout game? Like Shelter something? Run your own vault, that was the idea of it. This looks kind of like that. And yeah, it really does. It has the rooms. You eventually have 6 rooms that you have access to during each operation. And you might be, thinking like, okay, well, maybe these rooms each have something special to them. No. The only difference in the rooms is how much money they generate and how much of the in-game resources you have sunk into leveling up the people, which you have to level up to be able to automate it so that you don't have to keep clicking on the button. Because this is the whole gameplay. It's either click and collect this or save up enough so that you can automate it. That's if you have the very hard to get resources, or at least enough of them to upgrade your people. And you might be like, well, all right, well, at least after you've upgraded them, that is now a good investment and you can worry about other stuff. No. So one of two things will happen. You'll either go into the next operation and that room will not be in that one at all. They randomly switch them out without giving you any warning or saying like, hey, this is how we have this set up and split apart. Yeah, let's hit the max button, thanks. Or you go into it and, say you upgraded it on Operation 1. On Operation 3, it's probably going to require an upgrade. Probably going to require an upgrade of like 500 to 800 martinis. Yeah, you're either going to have to spend money or wait. I think every 2 hours is when you get a suitcase that might give you anywhere between like 100 and 200 martinis. And that's mostly it. Like, I really want to get through this one so I can show you the other amazing piece of gameplay. Just, whew, boy, you couldn't ask for any more in a game, I swear to God. But the upgrades you do get are useful for a very, very short time, and then you are forced to have to upgrade again. And chances are you don't have those resources, because after you get through the first 1 or 2 upgrades, it starts costing a lot. And again, you don't generate a whole lot of this. One of the best ways to actually generate martinis are these events that go on periodically. They're usually run for about 24 hours, and we'll get into those in a second. And inside of these, you have a chance to, if you get enough or place high enough on the leaderboards, you can get rewards that then come into your normal operation. So you essentially get a payout of maybe some Krieger coins, which are these little gold guys up in the corner. Or you get, martinis themselves, which you can use to upgrade your guys and, move on up in the world, right? That's all any of us want to do, is just move on up in the world. All right, so if we had sound on, what the point I was going to make earlier is none of this is narrated. Literally, the only voice from the show is when you open one of those cases that are available every 2 hours for free. Krieg, you can hear basically just a soundboard of Krieger going, jazz hands. That's literally it. In this entire game, in 20 to 30 hours of playing it, these are the only words I have heard from the show. So you just get text dialogue that vaguely reads as if it was something that people on the show would say. I really, really hope that this game is a result of a, parent company agreeing to license out the IP for another company to make the game, and that the original creators had little to no input for anything that has to do with this game. That's what I need to believe, because this is the worst mobile game of 2020. Like, it's literally just a waiting simulator. But okay, maybe, waiting for a circle to fill up, clicking and getting a little bit of money, and wait until you can upgrade so that when it goes around again, you can click and get a little bit more money. The other amazing thing of gameplay that you have waiting for you is, ooh, a shootout reward? I mean, this sounds kind of cool. I like Archer. I like him shooting people. It's always memes in the show. Okay, in this level, we're in the office? Okay. I like this. So let's, okay, bam, blam, blam. Where you at? Blam, blam, blam. Boss, blam, 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 blam. Just clickety click, 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 click. Okay, so we got a little bit of whack-a-mole action. Not the worst thing we've ever seen in a game. Not by a million years. Well, hold on. Let me finish this, and then we'll meme it to death. Because again, one of the problems we'll touch on here in a little bit is, while this is a poorly designed game with very little in actual gameplay, it's rather addicting. I was playing it literally just for science purposes, so that I could, nail it to the wall with just righteous fury that is well deserved. And it is a very predatorily designed game. For as little as there is gameplay in it, it'll suck you in. It'll waste your time, and it'll trick money out of you. So We get a setup of the plot that, okay, so Krieger is setting up simulations, testing out his new cryptocurrency, and that's what we're playing through, is essentially those, except, again, no character interaction outside of little text cutscenes like this. And that's it. That's it. This is what your entire game will look like. With, again, only up to 6 rooms on a level. I know we're not up to 6 rooms yet. I think I'm on Operation 22, 23 or something on my phone. Because again, I wanted to get far enough into the game to like be like, no, there's got to be more here. This can't be it. And I slowly realized, oh no, this is it. And then we just went further to make sure that we tested the waters thoroughly, and we're very, very, very sure that this was all we're getting. So that fun little shootout level that we just had, you might be thinking like, oh, well, that's kind of interesting. At least, you know, you can probably shoot different enemies, go to different places. You technically get to shoot there's 2 types of enemies that can show in there. Guys with masks or the Krieger bots. That's it. And you will only ever be in that office room. Doesn't matter how many operations you get in, it's literally just that room every time. They could have easily put in several different scenes to fill that, like, okay, they just need to be popping up from behind something in a whack-a-mole sense. No. You get that one room, that's it. And that's the most active play thing in this entire game, is where you're just playing whack-a-mole. That's it. I was also, here's the case I was talking about. Remember, guys, jazz hands. Literally the only sound from the show that you'll get besides the theme music. So, and I'm a little sad because I wanted them to pop up one of the events right here so I could kind of show you those. Because there's some issues with the events. The way that this game works, it never forces you to pick a name or anything like that. It just throws you right into doing this, and you can keep doing this. And theoretically, the people that you're in these events with are people, are real people. I have not seen a single person in any of those without a auto-generated name from the game. And it's super easy to change your name. Like, super, super easy. Oh, wait, I'm not logged into... Okay. If you were linked to, like, your Facebook or something like that, you could go in here and, I believe that's where you change your name. But... in all of the events that I have participated in since I started looking into this game a week ago, I have not seen one custom name in any of the events. And it could just be that we're all super, super lazy. Like, that's totally, totally possible. But in my testing, I have found some rather suspicious things with those events and those leaderboards. To where it seems like, you know, some art numbers are artificially driven up from other users to put pressure on you to spend money. Otherwise, you will get pushed out of that completely. And I, on a few of them, just went absolutely ridiculous and smashed the competition. To the point to where if you looked at those leaderboards and you saw how far ahead I was in first place from second place, no one in their right mind would be like, oh yeah, no, I'll push for this. And there was like 2-3 hours left in the event, and I watched 2 accounts just almost out of nowhere instantly come up very close behind me. And with me actively playing and trying to get all the upgrades in that I could and manage all of my monies, they quite they pushed, you know, me to either go, okay, I guess I'll take, you know, the rewards for 1 to 10th place, I think it goes from like 4th to 10th place. They break the brackets up a little bit weird. But after testing in several of the events, it definitely does not feel like I was in competition with, real people. If it's going for, if we're 12 hours into the event and you've got, three people all around 500,000, six people all around 350,000, and you've been, keeping an eye, you say you've been in the top 10 since the beginning of the event and everything because you're thirsty, and you kind of see what the normal progression is for everybody. And then all of a sudden, if you decide to take that lead yourself, you'll very quickly see, a couple accounts start pushing you that had been progressing at a completely normal level. And then as soon as you invested a little bit of money and started to pay to win, now all of a sudden they're going up very, very, very quickly at the same time you are, which is highly suspicious. And the fact that they at no point ever even mentioned changing your name to you or anything along those lines, it's very hard to tell that you were ever in competition with real people. And that I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Couple of other issues with the events themselves. They run okay, so I've been playing for about a week and a half. Every event so far except for one has ran in a 24-hour period, and if you do not spend between $10 and $30 in those events, you will not place in the top 10, period. And the top 10, the rewards aren't even typically that great. You're talking maybe a couple hundred of martinis for your main account here, and not much Krieger bucks. I think the most I've ever gotten is 50 coin. And if you look at how far 50 coins will go, not very far. You can skip some time with it, or you can do the lowest skip, and you can buy the lowest amount of cocktails. So resource-wise, for time invested and what you get in return, garbage. Absolutely garbage. And another issue that I noticed is that, the first couple of events where it offers you a deal, it'll be like, hey, you can upgrade, this special person several times for $5. We'll give you 10, 20 tokens of them, some, martinis or whatever the event resource is, and some 50 Krieger bucks. You know what I mean? If you do that, and you do that in the next event, when the next third event comes up, it'll be like, hey, you want to upgrade these people? Cost you $10, playboy. And the price just starts going up arbitrarily, and the rewards that you get from the events do not also go up. If the game recognized that you were a paying player and decided to try to make a little bit more money off of you, the events that it should put you in should have higher rewards. They're not. They're the exact same rewards, and they're now trying to get you to pay more for them because you paid for them in the last two things. For a game that is literally just, hey, watch this circle go around and then collect that money so that you can upgrade, get more people, and then get more money. This is it. This is literally a waiting simulator with predatory pay-to-win practices with a beloved IP's name and face just slapped right on it. This is insane to me. This is one of the objectively worst mobile games that I've ever seen. This is the full game right here. That's it. That's the entire game. That's insane. A lot of mobile games are based around, the time it takes to do something. And you could, to a certain degree, argue that all mobile games are almost a waiting simulator. And to a degree, you wouldn't necessarily be wrong. But the point is, you're supposed to put game mechanics in there to distract people so that they don't realize that they're just playing a time gate. There's supposed to be a game in here somewhere that's helping distract you from the fact that you're basically just staring at an egg timer. Clicking. So this fails on every level that a mobile game could possibly fail on, in my opinion. It spits in the face of a beloved IP. The gameplay is practically imaginary. Like it's just nothing. It's this is it. This is it. Collect the money. Oh, I can build a room. You know what I can do in that room? I can wait and wait and wait and then collect the money. That's it. That's literally the entire game with a whack-a-mole thing that's thrown in there and super predatory events. So, good job, Danger Room or Danger Phone, excuse me. You are the worst mobile game that I have seen this year. And I mean, it's it's 2020. It's the year that everything catches fire and burns down. So I'm not going to say that this is definitively the worst thing that'll come across our screens this year. But boy, you did such a good job earning that spot. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for a name for a series where we dissect a mobile game like this and weigh in on whether it is good or bad. I'm gonna keep trying to play around and come up with a catchy little name myself, but I'd appreciate, just a little bit of help with that. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there are any other mobile games out there that just fail on every level they possibly could to such a degree where you just gotta, proud of that failure. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And I think you have to catch your boy in the next one. So we out of here. Deuces. Oop, missed the button. A classic.